Welcome to the Victors Nation podcast. Jason Robinson, Derek, fan as always. We have a lot to cover tonight. Yes, we primarily talk about Michigan football, also known as the last true defending national champions. But we're talking about other programs tonight and some other topics as well. So let's get started. Derek, take it away, man. Let's get going here.
Yeah, it's been a little bit since we've been on to do a podcast. We had a little bit of an off season here as Michigan football ended, but in the meantime, we've seen quite the pleasant, surprising ascension of Michigan basketball. So coming into the season, I don't really think any of us knew what to expect with Michigan basketball. Right, so we came in. Last year, we were last in the Big Ten. We were 8-24. It was one of the worst Michigan basketball seasons ever. And then we brought in Dusty May. And I think for the most part, the fan base was pretty excited about Dusty May after seeing him have a Final Four run at Florida Atlantic. But to come into the Big Ten and have to retool your entire team through the transfer portal pretty much in year one, I don't really think anyone knew what the expectations were. I think we were excited with the transfer.
Yeah, top 10 class too, right off the bat. So solid, dude.
Yeah, it was good. And so here we are now, middle of February, and Michigan's currently, as we are recording this podcast, standing alone in first place in the Big Ten, which is pretty.
Can you repeat that? Incredible. Can you repeat that again, Derek?
Michigan is currently standing alone, first place in the Big Ten.
Yeah, love it.
And awesome, they made it harder on themselves. About a month ago, they lost a conference game that they should not have to Minnesota. Right, like that was a disappointing loss, but. They got blown out by Purdue about 2 weeks ago, and then beat Purdue in a thriller at home to the other night to stand alone in first place, aided by a Michigan State loss. But man, what do you guys think? It's been fun to watch. It's been frustrating to watch. It didn't take long for us to go from we don't really have expectations to basketball to riding the roller coaster of Michigan fandom and being super excited and super pissed off all within the same game.
It's like every game, dude. Every game is an anxiety attack.
Every game.
/ heart attack.
I was proud of them. I was proud of them last game though.
Yeah,
they did their thing last game.
Let's just make the damn tournament. I mean, we're on our way. Like we're projected to be unfortunately a 5 seed, which I hate 12s versus 5s, and then a 6 seed, which I hate 11s versus 6s, but I'll take a 4. But we'll see.
I mean, we'll have a better chance if we it depends on our Big Ten tournament outcome.
Yeah, always.
You know what I'm saying? If however we do in the Big Ten tournament, because we can end up winning the Big Ten tournament. I only see Michigan State and Purdue. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how the chips fall in our seedings for the Big Ten tournament. But we're number 1 right now, so we get a number 1 seed in the Big Ten tournament, right?
Yeah,
if we got some more regular games, yeah. I mean, if we stay pretty consistent. I mean, so Michigan State just got beat, upset. But, I mean, if we remain consistent, we got a few more regular season games up. Like, yeah, we can get a bye. We can get a number 1 seed. So, I mean, it's just going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. Like, Michigan basketball came on Noah Beeline, too, towards his end of his tenure, winning Big Ten championships and then pretty successful in the tournament as well, too. But it's just like, even the Big Ten as a whole, like, I think the last time we won a national championship as a conference was year 2000, Michigan State, I believe. That year's a shot in the dark. I don't know. You guys, someone needs to Google that, but I'm pretty sure it was year 2000, Michigan State. But how many times we got a shot, Michigan specifically, Louisville, that was a clean fucking bullshit. And then that title got vacated. But then also Villanova, I mean, we just got absolutely smoked. But Louisville, we also had like a 10 to 15 point lead as well, too, which sucked. But what's up, Tim? What's up, dude?
What's up, Tim? Brett, absolutely right. We got the Buckeyes this weekend, and then
Sunday, yeah.
so still, I mean, it honestly still a little bit of a gauntlet of a Big Ten schedule. So Ohio State's going to be Tim's confirming. Tim's confirming that 2000 little brother one, but nice, Ohio State it's still a rivalry game. I wish that Ryan Day was their head coach. We'll get to that. Thank you, Ohio State, for winning the national championship and extending Ryan Day so that we can continue winning every November.
That was the best part. It was the best part.
The best part just happened. The best part just happened, fellas. With Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
See, listen. I mean, I know we talking about this jumping ahead.
I'll let you go ahead. I got a lot of shit to say too, but
but I know y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all live in Green Bay and I live in Michigan. So y'all know he was our head coach for a minute. So you know what I'm saying? I'm so happy with this, bro. I am so happy with this. Especially with the offense that we supposed to have. Man, I don't know. I don't know. He probably would be good next year, but not this year. He gonna struggle like Wink. I think in his first year. I think Ohio State will have a down year this year, to be honest. All right, we can move on.
A lot of guys like we did the year before, so
yeah.
I mean,
and then losing both their coordinators.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's about to get
honestly
rough.
like worse. Like I know it wasn't a topic tonight because like we don't really want to spend time talking about them, but like honestly, like 4th place in the Big Ten, didn't win your conference championship and won a national championship. Like honestly, probably the worst national champion ever in college football history.
Listen, you can't take nothing from them, even though they ain't beat us. They want the natty. You know what I'm saying? It's painful as all. It's painful as I. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's your opinion and you're entitled to it. But me,
I don't think it's won. Yeah, I mean, go ahead, I'll let you finish.
They won. That's all I mean. That's all I gotta say. I ain't gonna say shit else, but I mean nothing else, excuse my language. But yeah, they won. That's it.
Yeah, I swear out you're good. I mean, like, I don't think it's an opinion. I think it's just like fact. Basically, like, I'm talking as a football fan.
They own coach said it, so you're correct in some ways, but
it's the first thing it's the first probably thing that Ryan Day and I agreed on like ever. But
yeah, I'm just like,
hey, I'll give you this though. That one dude that okay, even though it was kind of funny. The one dude that showed them before he was walking into that restaurant or whatever establishment, like, hey, can I get a picture with you? And like, 4-0, like, you know, Michigan.
A legend.
You know, like, I kind of like, I
just
don't personally know, but like, just like from what I've heard, like, you know, his kids are being picked on, like, you know, death threats or whatever, like, because that fan base is just fucking weird to tell you the truth. You know, they're just nuts, inbred.
Hey, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Sorry to cut you off.
You're good.
Let me see your bracelet.
This bracelet?
Yep.
It's British shit.
If y'all don't got a bracelet, there it is. Yeah, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? But y'all know what it is. Chorus Crew, go get your bracelets. Holla at us for them bracelets, man. It's important.
Got a lot left. I just sent her mom Katie 200 in Tennessee. So I'm gonna mention this after the pod too for her GoFundMe, but we got a lot of these left. So we got a lot of good chunk of change right now to go to her donation and her family right now. But so we got Katie Fuller, her daughter Cora Fuller. She's fighting leukemia right now. So anything you can do to help us out, any information you need, you can message us, message me. But $5 for this bracelet, 100% of proceeds go to her GoFundMe for her family and herself and her cause. And then also I am covering shipping 100%. 100% shipping costs are covered by us. So
sell us
we're
out,
gonna keep.
please.
We're doing round 2, man.
Please.
Yeah, sell us out because
Please.
like we can order more as well too. So the first stop was 400, but it's going to a really good cause, and this is our first nonprofit actually as the Victors Nation. This is what we've been talking about, right? We weren't just blowing smoke. And I think every year or two, like we talk about, like, hey, we want to do more. We want to help. Like, we want to go see CS Mott's Children's Hospital. Like, that is definitely something on our agenda. But this is our first nonprofit. So anything you can do to help Katie Fuller and her family, anything you do to help Cora in her fight against leukemia. And this is the first step with these bracelets. $5, 100% shipping covered, and 100% of proceeds go to her GoFundMe. So, Dre, I'm glad you mentioned that, dude.
Brought that up. For sure. You know,
kind of like we segued over a little bit.
I mean, no, it just
to be honest. No, like no, it's honest, good. It's all kind of.
I seen your headliner, and I said, "Oh, I forgot." Oh, and I just, you know what I'm saying? You know, I had to show the love real quick, man. You know, as much as we can, you know what I'm saying, get that awareness out for the bracelets for her.
It's
so
all about
all the proceeds go to them.
Absolutely, dude. Like honestly, real quick too, like I was gonna mention at the end, but I'll just mention it now since we're on the topic. But so a lot of people, like, I appreciate you guys, like, didn't even want wristbands. They just donated to our LLC's Venmo, the Victors Nation LLC's Venmo, or they went right to Katie Fuller's Venmo, personal Venmo as well too, or right to that GoFundMe directly. So like, as long as it creates exposure, so Dre is like spot on. That's the name. That is the word that we're looking for is right now, is we are creating exposure for Katie Fuller and her family, for her daughter Cora and her fight against leukemia right now. That is the biggest part. So absolutely.
And Katie, if you're watching,
I don't know why I just went like two hands.
We got your back.
I didn't tell her that we were going on a pod tonight, so it's about a minute, but yeah.
We got your back, mamas.
We got you. We got you and your family. So
yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's cycle back here. Let's cycle back to some Michigan basketball. So the heart attack kids, because I have never ever in my life watched
real quick. It feels like you're watching like every game's a March Madness game in their regulation schedule right now. Like it is insane.
It is. I've never seen a team that can so consistently extend a double-digit plus lead and then so consistently let that double-digit plus lead disappear. The other night against Purdue,
like we need some guards, man.
Right. Trey Donaldson has been spotty, but he's been good lately. He was good early. He's had some games where he's disappeared, but then he's been good again lately.
Big shots though too.
Yeah, we need more. We need more. We need consistency from Roddy Gale Jr. He's been up and down.
Had a good game last game, but my God, like honestly,
bench.
Like, I don't even want to talk crap. I love the guy, but like, he came from Ohio State. Is he a spy? He just wasn't playing. He wasn't playing that good right away, but he's not. Like, he had a good game against Purdue. He had a decent game against Purdue. So
he did. Dusty May putting him on the bench might have been one of the that was a good coaching decision because he was not performing well as a starter. Reuben Jones deserved the opportunity to step in the starting lineup.
You saw LJ Kaysen lose some minutes or like really not play at all. Kind of in the middle. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, they're a weird team. Brett put it on here, the Cardiac Wolverines. Yeah, that's pretty much what they are. But you know what?
Yeah.
Let's not we can't complain. They keep winning.
Yeah, dude.
Right. So it might not always be pretty, But they flipped the script against Purdue. They were down by double digits against Purdue, and they came back and ended up winning. So there's definitely something to be said about having the ability to win games in the final minutes of games. That bodes well for March. Now, blowing double-digit leads consistently doesn't bode well for March. So we'll have to wait and see.
It's terrifying. I'm already like, even though Michigan hasn't even been in the tournament the last couple of years, I get like terrified of my bracket. Now that my team is in there potentially this year, hopefully not a 5 or a 6 seed, please. It's like worse. I don't like 12s or 11. I'm not into. Yeah, not a fan.
A lot of that's going to depend on what happens the rest of the way. So beating Purdue, that was a big win. That was a big resume building win. So I mean, I think we're pretty comfortably in March Madness, in my opinion. But the rest of the season, we've got Michigan State twice and Maryland. So Michigan State and Maryland are both ranked teams. Those are going to be tough. Three out of our 7 games are going to be tough matchups. But if we finish strong, I mean, we can turn ourselves into a 2 or 3 seed pretty easily.
Like Dre said too, it comes down. I think you're gonna have a lot of like average teams like really desperate right now as well too, like going down the stretch in regulation. But like Dre was saying too, like it's really gonna be interesting come conference tournament play, and it's not just in the Big Ten, but it's other conferences as well too. So we still need a good showing because I still want like a decent rank.
The SEC conference is looking real strong, man.
They are. Forgot about football last year too, and
they are, but
real strong.
This is a weird year of basketball because there's
it is.
Usually
it's a lot of parity.
Right. There's a lot of good teams and a lot of teams that can beat any other team on any given night. And I don't know if that is, I don't know if that's a product of the transfer portal and NIL era. It might be that teams aren't as deep as they used to be, right? Like you used to have a lot of the same teams that were the powerhouses. North Carolina, Duke, Kentucky, Kansas, right? And now you've got a lot of guys that maybe would have been on the bench as a freshman or sophomore and then moving into the starting lineup at those programs as junior and senior. So they always had a pipeline of guys ready to go, of the next guy, the next group. But now those guys aren't sticking with those programs. If they're not starting as a freshman or if they're not getting their shot as a freshman or a sophomore, they're transferring to a different program to go and play. So I don't know if that's a product of why we're seeing
for like 5 or 6 years as well too. So
yeah,
it's going to be like basketball. Like we're facing the inevitable. It's going to be from football, from basketball. Like it's still going to be like somewhat of a like semi-pro league. I mean, it's just what it's going to turn into, basically. So gotta accept change. Is what it is.
Yeah. But I mean, with that change, it comes more parity. You know what I'm saying? Once we not NIL is in the picture.
Good word. Yep, I agree.
A lot of people are going to be.
Brett said I'll take a loss to Maryland if that means we sweep little brother in East Landville. Like, I mean, I'd rather sell my soul. I mean, I want to win out, but like, I mean, if we can get a W,
been paying attention. How many games we got left?
7 games. So here's
many Big
what we got left.
Games though?
All of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got coming up. We've got Ohio State on Sunday
this weekend.
Yeah. And then we got Michigan State next Friday. At Nebraska, home against Rutgers, home against Illinois, home against Maryland, and we end the season at Michigan State. So 7 games left.
That's the thing. Like, none of these are bad teams either.
I was just about to ask you.
None of these are bad teams.
Because I have not been. I'm just now catching up with college basketball now, and that football season is over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm asking these questions not because I'm not a fan. It's just I haven't been watching. So for the people that don't know, you know what I'm saying, that's new to this, I'm a huge fan. I watch football. I watch one sport at a time. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like college basketball don't get excited until February, March anyway. So, you said all of them they're good.
They're all decent. None of them are pushovers.
Programs.
Yeah.
None of them are
pushovers.
Illinois has always been good.
Besides Michigan State, right? Who on that 7 that we got to worry about? Well, it's 5 with Michigan State. What? Illinois. Oh, I ain't hear y'all say Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois, Maryland. Maryland's tough. Maryland's ranked 25 right now. So they're a tough program.
Rutgers, to be honest, Rutgers really isn't that bad. They're not. The last couple of years, and even Nebraska, really. I mean, for Christ's sakes, Minnesota got lucky at the end. I mean, we choked that, but really, the Big Ten is is it a bad conference this year, or is it a competitive conference? And it's a competitive conference, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's a strong demo.
And then I heard the women, the women's is good too. Michigan women.
Yeah, got a good freshman.
They're good too. That's what I was about to ask you. Have y'all heard about that freshman at everybody? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I gotta meet her.
I just posted on the page too.
I gotta meet her.
Yeah, I think So shut down Maryland. I mean, Maryland's definitely an easily beatable team. The thing about Michigan is that we match up with everybody really well. We've got 2 7-footers with Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf. Danny Wolf is more of a.
Them boys be balling.
They are. Danny Wolf tends to turn the ball over quite a bit, but he scores a lot of points, so he makes up for it.
See, I thought that was Vlad. I thought that was Golden in the beginning. He just looked kind of not as aggressive, but now he is. Now he's a straight up beast, leading the team in points and points per game. I think at 15.5 or something like that.
Yeah, Danny Wolf's up there too. Mm-hmm. So those two guys.
Second, yep.
They're towers. They're towers, and I would like to. It's a little bit surprising that they give up so many offensive boards because they do. They give up a lot of second chance points, and you would think that with 2 guys over 7 foot that you'd be able to control the boards a little bit better. So I'd like to see them tighten up on that and not give up so many extra possessions. And they got to cut down on turnovers. They turn the ball over way too damn much. They turn the ball over.
From everything I've been reading, everything I've been reading, when in the comments, that's what we're bad with.
No, I could post say won by 100 and someone, and I don't blame them. Would say the damn turnovers.
Right.
I know. I wish I could fix it, but I can't. It sucks. I feel like this is the same comedy post every single time.
Hey, I love it, man.
He's not lying. Corey's not lying, though.
No, let's just pull it back up and just remind people. Yeah.
Yes, we are 3 good-looking dudes.
It's true. It's true. So what are your expectations? 7 games left, but in the regular season before Big Ten Conference tournament, what are your expectations on how you think Michigan's going to finish the season?
Yeah, it's a loaded question.
I got a question first. I got a question first.
Yeah,
I got a question first. So now y'all, we number 1, correct?
First in the Big Ten
Conference, yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's
overall.
That's what I meant. I ain't mean overall. I mean, we just talking Big Ten right now.
Yeah,
so what if we go 3-3? Is we still number 1?
No.
Or we gotta win out to be number 1?
We don't necessarily have to win out, but we have 1 game. We're 1 game ahead of Michigan State and Purdue right now.
Okay.
So it depends what they do. Our head-to-head matchups against Michigan State. 5-2. 5-2.
Yeah.
I like what Tim was saying right now. I'm going to go 7 straight.
I mean, like I said, I don't know. I ain't watched enough, so I can't tell. I can't give you a real good, accurate, you know what I'm saying, prediction.
Well, no,
you know
like, okay, Dre, like, honestly, like, with college basketball, and Derek, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Like, with college basketball, you could, with filling out a bracket even for March Madness, like, I wouldn't even trust my expertise compared to someone that doesn't watch college basketball at all. Like, it could go either way.
I watch
like,
college basketball. Don't get me wrong.
No, but I mean, like,
you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, as an example, like, it could literally go either way these next 7 games.
Yeah,
we could go 0-7. It's college basketball now. This is how it's been like for like the last like 7, 6, 7, 8 years. This is just the game that we're playing right now. So, I mean, I could definitely see 7-0. Am I going to have a heart attack? Probably, or anxiety attack. One of the two, I'm sure. Like, but it's just basically the basketball that we've been kind of playing all year. Like, I don't really know a fix for it. I'll give you this. I did like the rotation around the Purdue game. That looked good. But, like, it's just the turnovers are killing us. That's what's killing our double-digit leads. That's what's killing, like, even a 9 or a 10-point lead or even gain any momentum. Like, we just I don't know. It's just, like, we can't, like, stop. Like, we're just a turnover machine, basically. But we basically just have to buckle up and enjoy the ride. And like Derek, I think, was saying, too, a win's a win as well. We had a comment as well, too. But I think we're in good hands. So Dusty May, good recruiter. We got Trey McKinney from
if we go 7-0, we do control our own fate.
We
do.
Hell yeah. But it's like, this is the time to get hot right now. This is the time to get hot in college basketball right now. It's perfect time. Like, and also do people, like, in my opinion, like, I don't care about if we're regular season champs. I'm sorry. Like, I do. Like, I want that title, but no one remembers it. Everyone remembers if you won your conference tournament, if you won that championship in basketball. No one remembers if you won the regular season.
I'm about to sound like a damn dummy right now, but see, I ain't even know it was no regular season champ. I always just thought it was a tournament champ.
So, like, there is, but that's my point, though. That's my point. Everyone remembers the conference tournament championship. It doesn't mean shit. You get a banner.
It's a banner. Cool. It's a banner, but winning the Big Ten tournament is what gets, or winning your conference tournament is what gets the automatic bid. But I think, 7 games left. I'd love to go 7-0. I think we at least split with Michigan State. I think 5-2 is a pretty good run through the final 7 games, and I think if we finish 5-2, we lock ourselves into to probably a 5 seed or higher in the tournament. If we finish 7-0, I think regardless of what happens in the Big Ten tournament, we lock ourselves into a 3 seed or higher.
Hold on, wait.
I think a 3 seed or higher, dude.
Hold on. In what tournament? In the Big
Ten
tournament?
No, March Madness.
Okay.
So the real, like,
hey, but hold on, wait. So even if we win, say, okay, we win 7 straight, right? Mm-hmm. Then we win our Big Ten championship, right, in the tournament. Is it any way we can be a 1 seed?
I think it would be tough. It's possible. It depends what happens. It depends.
Because I'm hearing you saying 5 seed. I'm like, dang, we can't get higher than a 5 seed, or
that's what we're projected, right? So we're projected as a 5 or a 6 seed in March Madness come the 20th and the 21st, but that's at a like national 20 rank right now. So like I just don't see, like, if we, like, hypothetically, what you're saying is, like, if we win out and we win the tournament, could we be a 1? It'd be really damn
higher,
close.
Or higher than a 5, or higher.
Yeah, we would probably get it. We'd probably get a 2 if we win out everything right now. We'd get a 2.
Okay.
If they don't give us a 3. I think that's disrespectful as shit. Like that, we deserve a 2 slot.
I was just like, because I kept hearing D say 5. I'm like, dang, bro. Even if we win our tournament, we're gonna still be a 5.
No,
I don't think we could be a 5. We do a 3 or a 2. I think.
If we go 5-2 in the final final 7 games of the regular season, I don't see us being lower than a 5 seed, regardless of what happens in the Big Ten tournament.
Okay. And I'd rather get one of these losses now because it ain't no losses in the Big Ten tournament. You was one and done. So I'd rather get these losses now. If we gonna take some.
Where we are. I mean, I want to go 7-0. I just, with the competition this conference has seen the last how many years, I just don't see it, especially this year. It's not going to happen. But regardless of what happens, I mean, like, one, we need to make it back to the tournament. Like,
I mean, I feel like we
hope that we haven't been there in like 2 years. But like,
I mean, Dusty got us in the right path to at least get to the
tournament. And recruiting wise too. I mean, so he's got Trey McKinney coming from Flint. He's got Winters, Grady. I mean, realistically, so 4 losses.
Bro,
by a total of 8 points, and I'm not even talking about the blowout in West Lafayette. I mean, it's just irrelevant. It's just not a good game. But yeah, then we got these annoying pricks down south this Sunday. So
no, thank you, Tim. I'm gonna place a bet on that.
I don't know, man. Dude, Tennessee, they're good. Dude, Tennessee's good, but man, they like just this last stretch. I mean, they've kind of
wait. Wasn't Auburn just number 1?
Yeah, I think Auburn.
Yeah,
Auburn.
It's just like that's what I'm saying. Like, so I just said this about the Big Ten, right? Is it a weak conference or is it actually competitive? I think the Big Ten's actually competitive conference in college basketball this year. The SEC, I think they're good. Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, I think they're good. Even Arkansas, if they could potentially make the tournament, would be tough. But like, I think it's like utter chaos with the SEC right
now. Hold on,
like,
what?
You talking about me or are you looking at Corey's comment?
I'm looking at the comment. I'm sorry. I should have put my mic on mute, but that just shocked me. Nebraska holding out their spring game.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I? Where I been at? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm still out of school right now.
I think that was a big article about like other schools doing the same as well too, or being like concerned about it. But
what?
So let's transition.
I could turn on the TV and watch that as well too. I mean, teams have been talking about not even having a spring game because, unless Michigan gets their own channel, which if you guys do, like, I will subscribe. So
let's transition here. So a lot more to come with Michigan basketball, a lot more that we'll talk about. Tune in to our Facebook group and also thevictorsnation.com. We're putting recaps out for every game to, if you miss the game, catch you up on what took place. Part of that recap is going to talk about probably a 5 or 6 minute stretch where Michigan didn't score and turned the ball over 7 times, and their 14-point lead turned into a 2-point lead, and they had to scratch and claw to the finish. But let's talk a little bit about football. So this is a good segue here. What are our thoughts on Nebraska holding out of the spring game due to concerns about the transfer portal, where other teams could scout, potentially recruit their players away? My thoughts are that Matt Rule has become a gigantic bitch in the Big Ten.
Oh my god, dude.
That is.
This is like, this is going on TikTok. This is the best comment that Derek has ever made.
Hey,
like even like outside the podcast. Okay, even the outside of the podcast. Face? Let the record show. Yeah, I did. That's what I'm saying. So like, honestly, let's put this on the record. This might be the first time Derek has sworn on the podcast as well too. But finish your sentence because that was great. You're doing good, Derek.
Real great.
So
great,
he,
by the way,
he went and this is tracked back, right? Like he made comments about Michigan cheating to beat them, dating back to last year, and now
Nebraska.
And it's not like he's not using the transfer portal. It's not like he's getting guys to transfer to Nebraska. Like what are you doing here? Like go ahead. Like hold out from spring games, right? Take that competition away from your players, and you will continue to forever be a team that wins 3 games to start the season and gets your fan base excited, only to finish 5-7 or 6-6 overall at the end of the season.
I remember the Purdue coach saying something about trying to keep his job as well too. That Michigan stole his signs, and that's what he was doing bad. And then we whooped your ass in Ann Arbor. While we're on the topic of bitches, Brett Bielema, you're a bitch too, by the way. Going on Twitter, probably cheating on your wife still too, by the way. But you're probably hammered as shit. Went on Twitter and talking shit about Jim Harbaugh, dude. Like, shut the hell up, like, bro. It's like, stop embarrassing yourself. Like, it's a joke. Like, straight up, like, it's an absolute like joke. So Brett Bielema excuses him. Who else we got? Oh yeah. So yeah, Matt Rule, bitch, excuses him. Purdue coach, oh yeah, fired, excuses him. So you see where this disease gets you. Soon to be Ryan Day, national championship saved your ass as well too. Like even though you couldn't win your conference and you took fourth place, also a bitch, excuses as well too. So there's a lot of head coaches. Oh, James Franklin as well too. I gotta call him out. Like he's a B as well too. So like all these coaches, like that's what this world has come to. Is just excusism. It's a disease. El Presidente has said it as well too. You just can't cure it. It's just you got to move on, and those people are just absolute jokes. But it's a good topic to talk about. Like probably doing one separate pod about it. But yeah, Brett Bielema too. Like he's in that category too. Like you can go screw yourself, dude. You're trash.
That's what makes the Big Ten fun though. Is when you hate when you hate so many other coaches, right? When you have a gripe about so many other teams. Because otherwise, it's just Ohio State.
Jealous. It's just jealousy. It's just
and Michigan State, but they make that game a way bigger deal than we do. Like we want to absolutely
in that game. I mean, they had their signs for the first half, and we still beat them 49-0 2 years ago.
We worry about Michigan State for 1 week, just like most other programs.
Yeah,
they worry about us year round. You know.
Yeah.
But other half of the question, should Michigan do the same? I don't think so.
I don't think so. We got the money. I mean, like, I'm not going to get into it. I think this is a separate topic or a separate podcast, but like we've mentioned it before, but like how we started the season, mid-season, Derek, I've asked you about this. Trey, I've asked you about this. This NIL came out of nowhere for us. I did not think we were going to get anything out of it. And it started with
to be honest, it didn't come out of nowhere. It was always here. It was just Harbaugh was to pay players. Now that he left,
but like I mean, like, but then we could talk about Ward Manuel as well too. But like it started, I think personally, with Dave Portnoy with Barstool Sports, like him actually going out there and talking about it. That really started the conversation for me. Like, right, Derek? I mean, like, I don't know if you agree, guys, but like that was big when that conversation took place. Like, we don't want to see Michigan in this situation. Like, Derek, you've talked about it. Yes, it's tough you don't know when you win a natty, right? Like, you're going through the playoffs. You don't know what coaches are going to leave. You have a short amount of time to hit the transfer portal. Like, other teams are already focused on those things and putting their money in different places. Like, you know, we're playing additional games as well too. And now that the college football playoff is extending longer, it's good that you're in those positions, right? But like you're trying to also think about next year as well too. Yeah. And that duration of time limits yourself of like, I got a coaching staff that I might need to replace, but we're also playing for a national championship right now. We're playing in the semifinals right now, whatever it may be in that place. But it's just it's definitely a different look. For sure.
Yeah.
A real different look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. But no, I don't think Michigan should do anything like that. I think.
Yeah.
So,
we're in a good spot.
We were going to talk about this, and this is a good transition to it. But Michigan built a culture, and Michigan built a culture of you come here to play football and you compete to earn a spot. And if you're not willing to compete and earn your spot, then you're probably at the wrong program, right? Like that was the culture that Michigan built, and that's what happened. That's what the spring game builds up to. Is you have spring ball, you have a training camp that you go through in the spring, and then it comes to a head, and you have the spring game, which is basically a scrimmage, but you start to build your depth chart. You build out your depth chart for the following year through spring ball. So I don't think if anyone's trying to recruit Michigan players, they're already trying to recruit Michigan players. They're not going to watch the scrimmage, right? So if someone's trying to recruit players from Nebraska, they're not going to go watch the scrimmage, right? If someone watched Michigan's spring game in the past, they would have tried to recruit Davis Warren and Peyton O'Leary away from Michigan, right? Because those guys went and had big spring games, and they looked really good in the spring
hold
game.
on, wait. How you know they wouldn't though?
Well, they probably were at some capacity, but not by like a big time program, right? I think that's what
I just think if your money right and your players is secure with where they at, they not going nowhere, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they not going nowhere unless it's somebody like deep on the bench. Like, you know what I mean? Like if somebody deep on the bench that's a freshman and they tell you, hey, you can come start right now and you know what I'm saying, or play right now, I could see that. But a first or second stringer that's getting playing time and you know what I'm saying, unless you just on a booty team, you know what I'm saying? If you're on a booty team, I could see it. But I just don't see nobody going to Nebraska. Who the fuck do they got for somebody to be poaching? Like
right.
We gotta play them on the road this year, so
that's what I'm saying. Is that if there's a program that wants to recruit a player, they're doing it. They're doing it because of what they showed last year during the regular season. They're not doing it because of what happens in that spring game, or they're doing it because they had them as a highly valued recruit. And they're still after them, even if they didn't commit to them. Right. So I you'll have guys that hit the transfer portal. Every program is going to have another wave of guys hit the transfer portal after spring ball, but those are guys that find themselves sitting second or third on the depth chart, think that they should be first and want to go somewhere where they're going to be first, right? So that's going to happen, and maybe there's a little bit of poaching at the same time. That's always taking place.
I mean, I'm not saying it ain't possible, man, but I mean, it ain't like no evidence of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, let's go get him out of spring ball. Like, it's no evidence of this. Like, had this been going on recently or something? Like, I just don't see why him for all of a sudden to just be like, nope, we're not doing spring ball because such as like have somebody like have it happen recently that I just don't know about. Okay.
That's why I think it's a kind of a bitch move to go and make that statement.
I agree now.
We're in an era where this is what college football is, right? Stop complaining about it, embrace it, make yourself a more attractive program for people to go to.
Exactly. I mean, but in my opinion, he's doing a good job.
It's all it is.
He took our quarterback.
I think he like, it's turned around a bit, but I think it's just with like being jealous or like the excuses, like, if we were on another team right now, we'd probably be bitching about Michigan. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, we are. Let's just play devil's advocate. But we're not. We're Michigan fans because we hit the lottery when we were born.
If they're not in our conference, I don't give a damn about them. That's just like somebody bitching about Alabama or Florida right now. They're not even in our damn conference. What the fuck is we bitching about them for? We in the Big Ten. Well, I mean, but Nebraska in the Big Ten.
I think Ohio State fans just bitch about everyone they can. I mean, even Oregon fans can't stand them right now. So it's just constant.
But I think the Big Ten, we're gonna be heavy next year. It's gonna be a lot of people fighting for that spot next year in the Big. That mean for the Big Ten championship.
Maybe so, but we got a hell of a transfer portal class coming in.
We go to Penn State next year, don't we?
We don't play Penn State next year in regulation.
We don't.
We go at Nebraska. Nope, we don't play Penn State.
Okay, I thought we played Penn State. Whoa, okay. So
at Oklahoma week 2 though, that's gonna be.
I'm not worried about that.
Week 4 is at Nebraska.
Yeah, I ain't worried about Oklahoma. I think we about to go in there and whoop off in their ass.
We're going undefeated then. I love it because that's what I was gonna do for our prediction. So
Nah, to be honest, bro, I gotta see two things before I can tell you like, oh yeah, we going number one. I mean, we going undefeated. I gotta see us in the spring game how our offense look. I mean, I know he ain't gonna show the whole full offensive playbook for sure, but I gotta see how Bryce look with the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's not real competition, but the spring game gonna tell me a lot.
I'm interested in our offensive line for sure, but go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm talking about all of that. I was gonna break it all down. From our positions that we was most worried about last year, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna tell us. I mean, like I said, I know this ain't real competition, but with real opponents, but it's still gonna be able to tell me a little bit of what I want to see. And then the first game, if we don't put up 55, 60 points, there's something going on.
See, it's hard for me to do the points thing anymore because 2 years ago we won a natty. Our first 4 games were it was only we only put up 30 points.
30 some.
Bowling Green, we threw freaking.
We all. But see, y'all thinking of okay, but y'all thinking about the run first offense. We don't got that no more.
It'll still be that. I think it's still. I think our foundation is still gonna. I don't think our identity is gonna change much.
You don't think so?
We'll still be. No, I think we'll still be a run first team. I think.
Jordan Marshall's an absolute beast, especially after the hit or the first initial hit too. I mean, I think it's still going to be
Hey, bro, I don't
think it's going to be 50-50.
It's going to remember, we got Mr. Hayes too, sir.
No, yep. I know.
There's one too.
We got his other buddy as well too, for the same high school that Bryce went to.
Yeah,
so, we're sitting good transfer portal wise right now. I don't know. I'm gonna call it right now.
Our D line. I'm not worried about our D line. I'm not worried about. I don't know who we got at linebacker. I don't know if the young freshman gonna start. If the young freshman gonna start, I like that. Boateng. I think I'm saying his name right. Owasu Boateng.
He goes.
Jimmy, we'll have so Jayshawn Barham's going to defensive end on defense, right? And so at linebacker, we're gonna have Jimmy Rolder. We're gonna Ernest Hausman's coming back. So those are probably
gonna be he was coming back. Okay.
So Hausman will be back, and Jimmy Rolder. Those will probably be our linebackers, our starting linebackers. We've got Todd Bowles' son, that is transferring in, Troy Bowles at linebacker that is coming from Georgia. So, I think he's going to be in the rotation. I think he's going to be in the mix. Jaden Hood's been someone that I've been waiting on for a couple of years to.
Yeah, bro, I've been waiting on Jay, bro. Bruh. I thought he was gonna be a big deal when I thought we was gonna at least get him his second year. I'm like, oh yeah, he about to be the man his second year.
But then we also have, on the line who just edges too, like Derek Moore, TJ Guy. We're sitting pretty good. Like Benny, I don't know. Is he coming back? Do we have anything official from him? Anything official from him coming back? Yeah.
Yeah,
he coming back.
He'll be back. Yeah, he'll be back.
Coming back.
I know. He was.
And then
at least there was rumors that
he was
being. Then we got the secondary. You know what I'm saying? Our secondary. Who we got returning for the secondary? Because our secondary was young, correct? Like last year.
Well, injured, talented, but. If we could have clicked on defense earlier in the season, I know there was a lot of changes, but we're looking at a 1 or 2 loss team.
Yeah, bro. That's what I said.
Some people might be laughing at that. I don't give a shit. We had decent quarterback play, and the defense would have clicked. This is a 1 or 2 loss team last year.
But we passed that, bro. We passed that. We ain't gonna look at that no more. You know what I'm saying? We're about to start looking forward.
I'm not even that because the way they came out the last 3 games, Northwestern, Ohio State, and then Bama too, solid. That's the Michigan.
What people don't understand
Those are mistakes.
is we about to get the for the next year, we about to get the number one player in the country again, which is an offensive tackle.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He the number one overall player again. We about to get him, and then we about to get the number one running back.
So we'll be able to. So that's why I think our identity is going to stay the same. It might feel different. It'll feel different next year because our offense was so inept this year throwing the football.
To be honest, it's been like that since Jim got there. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't throwing as much with JJ. Like, our receivers wasn't dynamic like that.
They weren't.
We need those Tariq Black guys. Like, we need those like Nico Collins guys. Like, those are the receivers I want.
Hey, I'm sorry.
And I know we got some coming in the transfer portal, but
I'm sorry to say this, but we need some Jeremiah Smiths, bro. We need some Emeka Ibukas, bro.
Yeah,
those guys aren't going to come here right now. Those guys aren't going to come here right now.
No,
right?
no, I don't mean like from Ohio State. I meant like we need to be getting them out of high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I mean is that
okay.
That's what I mean is that those type of recruits aren't coming to Michigan for the reason of they're not going to get the looks, right? They're not going to get the targets. They're not going to be in as prolific of a passing offense.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I hope
we'll keep
Bryce
hitting.
Can get it
we'll
done.
Keep hitting running backs. We'll keep hitting the running backs. We'll keep hitting on linemen.
Defensive line.
And
offensive linemen
too. Those guys.
Yeah, bro. We need we need a wide receiver that's gonna get took in the top 10. That's what we need.
I mean, we do, but like, so like history is showing like with the game. I know it's just a scrimmage to Buckeye fans now, quote unquote, dumbasses. But like honestly, like it's the rushing game. It's the rushing game that's going to win the game. So like
that's cool. I want one game. I want to like about the natty, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We won a natty with that, though. We won a natty with that. We won a natty with that. So I'm cool with. I want Bryce to throw the ball more. I agree with you, Dre. Like, I want to air the ball out more. I've been asking about that for a while.
I'm gonna tell you,
that's what wins. It's defense.
We're not paying Bryce $12.5 million to run no damn ball, man.
I agree with you. We're gonna pass the ball more. I agree with you. I'm not saying like we should. I'm saying like I'm okay with change. Whatever works that specific season with the talent that we have, as long as they know the talent of what we have.
I'm
saying like
we just need one of them top 10 wide receivers, bro. Just one time, bro. Give me one time.
Like, I'm old school-ish. Not Don Brown old school, but like I'm old school-ish. Like defense wins championships for me. Like in the 2023 defense, and I'm just saying, like if that would have clicked last year, we're looking at a 1 or 2 loss team. As long as we can keep loading up on the defense, as long as we can keep putting money towards that defense in that position, those specific position groups that we need in the transfer portal, that's what's going to win us like the natty in a like 12-team college football playoff.
Hey, bro.
So like, I'm cool at 50-50 offense, like do whatever. Defense, like if it's 60-40 passing, go for it.
Hey, listen. Defense wasn't our problem last year, buddy. It was not our problem last year. We were not worried about the defense. Our defense is
it was, dude.
First half. Hold on, wait, Derek. Now you say for the first half of the season, now was that coaching or was that players?
I think it was coaching. I think it was both, but I think Wink did where Wink deserves respect is the fact that he adjusted late in the season.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Was it coaching or was it players?
He got.
I think it was coaching.
It was a combination of both, right? It was a combination of both. But the way the defense played at the end of the season, the way they played against Ohio State, the way they did against Alabama, that was coaching. Right, that was coaching adjustments. putting the players in the best position to succeed. That was
And I
Wink
don't think he
Martindale.
was doing that at first. That's what I'm
wasn't.
saying. Like,
Right. He
I don't
wasn't.
think it was the
adjustments,
players.
but it's like it's
Because
tough for a young
got the
player.
same. We had the same players at the end of the season that we had at the beginning on defense. We're talking defense
Just have a new
specifically.
coach, like new strategy, like new adjustments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Things.
Like, you know what
But
I'm saying?
after you win a natty, I mean, that's my point too. It's like it's not like our season ended at the regular season. Like more teams had time to adjust, and like we had a
so that's
like,
my point.
Overhaul,
that's
overhaul.
With the success we already had on defense, we had a shitty offense. Now, if we would have had a better offense, we would have took off. So this year,
I agree.
I think to focus on offense because our defense is already there because we bringing back damn near everybody that we had. Yeah,
now
you know
we
what
are,
I'm saying?
Wink wasn't out there missing fucking tackles at the beginning of the year last year.
Oh,
man.
There
we missed a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Offense, if I had to pick one, defense or offense, what to focus on compared to what we had last year, it's offense.
Yes, it's offense.
So I agree.
For sure.
Like, I agree, but I think it's like also a mix as well, too. But like,
no, I'm not saying don't go away from the defense, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying it's a mix. That's what I'm saying. There's a mix. It's like it depends on the freaking game, or like it's not even the game last year. It was like what part of the season, basically. What are we looking at?
Right. So the defense was early in the year. The defense was on the field a lot because the offense could not get any momentum going.
Yes,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like we ain't had no offense. If we would have had offense, bro, we would have beat Illinois. We would have beat Washington too. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But
we should have won those.
If we would have ran Mullings in the first quarter against Indiana, we should have won that game too.
We should. In my opinion. In my opinion, we should have beat Illinois. We should have beat Washington. We should have beat Indiana. Right. In my opinion, we should have won those games. In my opinion, we.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, now would go ahead, Derek. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
In my opinion, coaching is what lost us those games, and coaching, and that includes Sherrone Moore. That includes Kurt Campbell. That includes Wink Martindale. Like our players were not put in the best position to win those games. Like there's no reason in those games. There's no reason that you should have Khalil Mullings going until halfway through the second quarter before he gets his first touch.
I'm so pissed off about that.
And they're like, even reflecting back on it, like benching Davis Warren, that probably was not the best coaching decision. Because I
think he should have rolled it out the whole season, Loki.
Right. Take your lumps, have some bad games, but at least he brought a little bit of a threat throwing the football. But on the defensive side of things, early in the year, what killed Michigan is they were not able to match up man-to-man with teams. And every single third down, every single one, almost, Wink Martindale blitzed and ran man coverage, and they got burned. Right? So even though they were on the field a lot, they were on the field a lot, and they got teams into third down very frequently, and they got teams into third and long very frequently. And then they dialed up a blitz and put their players in man coverage and got beat consistently. And late in the season, Wink adjusted and realized something that we all knew. Right? Wink knows more about football than I do, no doubt. Right? That's why he spends a career coaching it.
Me too.
But all of us have lived, eaten, breathed Michigan football, and we knew that with the defensive line that we had, we did not need to blitz on third down to get pressure on the quarterback on third down, and we could drop more guys in coverage. And he was blitzing like he would in the NFL to try and generate pressure, and it was unnecessary. And late in the season, he stopped. Doing that, and he let Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant and Derek Moore and Josiah Stewart and Rashawn Benny just do their thing, right?
And then you're exposing a young injured secondary too, and then they're getting screwed over when you're doing that. Bringing in the linebacker, like it just didn't make. It wasn't even like all game. I mean, it was a high percentage, Derek. I agree, but it was just like I think what was irritating with me was just in certain situations too. Like the 3rd and longs, right? Like it didn't make sense during that time.
Right.
Do you know your talent? Do you know who you have in front of you right now? There's the same defensive line that stopped Jalen Milroe in the Rose Bowl in overtime. That exact same lineup. It just I don't know. It just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense.
So I'm saying he had to get adjusted. So that's my thing.
Now that he adjusted,
and if our offense can be at least 30-40% better than what it was this year, we're gonna be a dangerous team, man. Because I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all ain't never seen this boy throw this ball, bro, it's something different with it, bro. And y'all know me when this first stuff was all going on. You know, I was talking about, well, let him go. We got Carter Smith. You know what I'm saying?
In Wisconsin. And guess what? Carter Smith's about to be a backup right now, too, because they picked up Maryland's quarterback now. So he's most unlikely going to be the starter.
But what I'm saying is, I was like, we good. We got Carter Smith. You know what I'm saying? We straight. We got Carter Smith. But when I tell you I went to that boy game and I watched him, how he moved and how he run the offense, bro. Yeah, it's about to be a different thing. It's about to be a different thing at Michigan, bro. Y'all just don't understand yet.
And I'm cool with change.
Y'all will. I'm trying to tell, and everybody else that ain't never seen it and don't understand it, bro, y'all will. I'm telling y'all, once he get acclimated to this game, because I don't think he gonna come out. I mean, I might be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think he gonna come out red hot. I think he gonna come out, you know what I'm saying, a little shaky because it's college. He got to get adjusted like everybody else, or I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it's like, like we didn't have, we still had okay wide receivers last year, but like we had a problem with them not getting open. It wasn't just all quarterback play.
Right.
I mean, that was a big thing. So it's like with the transfer portal, I think we got those like tall, lanky guys that can go up and get it, like the bigger builds and stuff like that. But it's like I still am not satisfied like the talent that we have at wide receiver yet.
Can I ask you a question?
To support Bryce Underwood, like I just don't.
Y'all watch football just like I do. So I know y'all heard the term, the quarterback throws you open. Our quarterback couldn't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm trying to tell y'all boys, man, it's about to be a fun season, man. It's about to be a super fun season.
There's a lot of different faces. Like, I'm just being realistic as well, too. I mean, I think this team is going to click. I think there's a lot of great. I think a lot of people are thinking like, oh, it was a good end of the year, but there was like a lot of negative stuff. Like, I don't see the negative. It was frustrating, with coaching, defense, offense.
All that negative shit was dead to me after we beat Ohio State.
But it's not even negative to me. Like I see it as opportunity, and I think they're going to learn from that, and they're going to put it in Team 146. And I think we're going to see a really successful year. I'm not saying that as a Michigan fan. I know I say this a lot, but like as a football fan and the culture that we have, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to look ahead as like a very good recruiting class, good transfer portal class. But I think his team is really going to mesh well together going into the start of the season.
Hey, and then on the back end, Rod Moore is back.
And Rod Moore, I mean, we mentioned him on defense as well, too. I know we kind of we're jumping around here, but it's good conversation right now. It's
sure.
It's good, but like I want to talk about. Can we talk about Hillman for like 1 second? Like I'm excited for that guy to lay the freaking wood next year, dude. That guy can lay a fucking hit.
Yeah.
My God, like I kind of want to get hit by him. Like I'm just jacked right now, dude. Like I fucking love this.
I think Rod Moore gonna down. I think he gonna be the nickel this time.
Think so? Well, I don't know. It depends what they do. Depends what they do with Zeke Berry. Zeke Berry actually played. I thought Zeke Berry played better at corner.
I think he's gonna play on our side.
Yeah, I thought he played better at corner than he did at nickel.
Me too.
Last year.
He had some good games. He had some bad games, but he also made some good plays too.
So we'll see. Because I mean, Jair Hill got got benched, right, and came back. And
he's young, but he's good. He's good though.
He's got talent. He's got talent, right? He's just gotta. He's got his own. He's got his own in and go make plays. Right?
I just feel like it was all inexperience, all inexperience for him, man. Because I feel so sorry for him last year, but he was getting cooked. Like,
he made some plays though. I mean, like he still stuck it out.
Yeah. He was. I mean, I said, I can't fault him, but you know what I'm saying. You had to take your lumps last year, my boy. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you did.
Now we're gonna see what you got this year. But now we done got some dogs in there. Not saying he ain't no dog, but we done got some young and upcoming dogs and freshmen. Like you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be hard.
DJ Metcalf's cousins coming through.
You know what I'm saying.
It's gonna be interesting.
Elijah Dotson, he in there. You know what I'm saying. He died real good. So like it's gonna be, man. I feel like, man, Michigan gonna be straight for a long time.
Yeah, we're gonna be good.
We play our cards right and keep doing this NIL thing. I think we're gonna be good for a long time. A long time.
Depending on how NIL plays out, and this is a completely different entire podcast topic that we could probably talk to for another hour, but I think that there's going to be a time in the not too distant future where major conferences, at least for football, break away from the NCAA. And I don't think that contracts for players are too far away. And I don't think that pay for play is just going to be the way it is, that a player signs a 3-year contract to go play at a school, and the transfer portal becomes a little bit obsolete.
I think we're seeing that already in 2026 with maybe playing more scheduled SEC games versus Big Ten. And I think we're going to start seeing these non-conference goes away. So that goes back to Corey's question. Spring game is going to be important. You're televised. It's maybe shakes a little butterflies out of you as well too. But like, we might see these non-conference games, these games where it's like, we're going to kick the shit out of these first 3 teams, build some momentum going into next year. I mean, we're going to be hitting SEC teams right away. It's Big Ten versus SEC in 2026. So, and we're already seeing it now, right? Little, like short-handed, like there's just a few games here and there, but I mean, that's what's going to happen. So I think we're going to get an early stint to that, what you're talking about, Derek, next year. I agree with you 100%. That's what it's going to go down to.
I think that's what we're going to get to, but
change.
Yeah. And that might balance it out. I mean, that's going to balance things out slightly when that happens, if that happens. But I honestly, I just can't see the NCAA hanging on to things for a whole lot longer, because they have absolutely
on every dumb, stupid thing that they can for these stupid rules that, I mean, I'm not even talking about the sign stealing shit. I mean, a lot of their rules are great. They don't even know what they're doing in certain situations. So, like, I just don't see the NCAA being a part of football much longer at all. I think it's going to happen sooner than what we think.
I think there'll still be NCAA football. I just think there's going to be a couple super conferences that separate from it, because they're the ones that
Big Ten,
that are driving the rules.
The main 3 or 4,
And they're the ones that have all the money. They're the ones that have the relationships with the CBS and Fox,
TV deals,
ABC.
So now you have all these players, even especially at Michigan, going after and suing the NCAA over that. Yeah. So it is not looking good for them right now. So I 100% agree. I mean, it's not gonna turn out good for them.
Right now, NIL is in a good spot at Michigan. Hopefully we can get another NIL podcast to get an update on where Michigan stands with NIL. But I think that it's good to be in a good position with NIL. I would guess by 2030, in the next 5 years, I would guess that probably the ACC, Big Ten, SEC, and Big 12 break away from the NCAA for football.
Be their own thing.
Yeah,
Yes, and it'll be a super conference or a semi-pro league. So I mean, we talked about that last year too. We talked about that, 2 years ago already. So it's gonna happen. Just a matter of time. And who knows what Marvel movie's gonna be out by then too. It'll be insane. I can't wait. Fucking. I haven't seen the timeline for a while. I'm behind on that, but we'll get caught up.
Yeah. Well, so we had some. We're kind of behind time here. We had some things that we wanted to try and get through. To talk a little bit and reflect a little bit on Sharon Moore's first full season, first full recruiting cycle, and look ahead to the NFL draft. But guess what? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. That'll be the topics that we focus on next week, as long as we don't end up going on a rant about what we don't like about other Big Ten coaches in the middle of the podcast.
That was the shortest segment, to be honest. But yeah, it's probably the longest pod. It didn't help, but it was warranted.
And we ain't had a pod in a while, man. We had to catch up on some things.
It's been, and honestly, shaking off a little bit of rust, but solid.
Yeah.
Solid combo, guys. But for sure, draft coming up. Next year's schedule regarding football, and then obviously Michigan basketball. Looking forward to that as well too, and then the tournament in March. So exciting stuff.
Awesome. But on that note, Dre, you wanna close us out here, sign us off?
First, I want to say, stay tuned for our schedule shirts. They'll be releasing soon. We'll have more information out there in a couple weeks. Don't forget to get your Chorus Crew bracelets. Please, run it up. Get as many as you can. And y'all know, love one another, respect one another, and at the end of the day, as always, go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue.